I had a migraine earlier today, and it was one of the small ones that starts really tiny. And I was like, oh my goodness, I got to get over it. And so while my head was throbbing, $10 billion has just gotten through I think, a budget committee, a $10 billion borrowing scheme from Governor Murphy that will basically fold the bill back onto the property taxpayers here in the state. And, well, I told you so. Back in 2016, before the man got elected, I was sitting there screaming, this guy is no good. But no, folks such as Nia Gill right here, yeah, they're like, no, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be great. Don't worry about it. This is totally gonna be great. This outsider coming in here with who's actually from Wall Street and all this. Yeah, this is gonna be fantastic. But so here we are. There are tons of people outraged because such a commitment shouldn't be left up to one individual at all. But that's just what it is here. All of these elected officials who are now set to complain and cry and all this other stuff were the same ones that welcomed him with open freaking arms back in 2016 when he got elected in 2017. So let's get into what Ms. Nia Gill has to say on the topic of New Jersey borrowing $10 billion that Murphy doesn't have to pay back at all. Let go.
Senator Gill?
I think that the decisions made will affect the lives of so many people.
9 billion if we're being, accurate about it, many of whom have just up and left because this was a disaster in the making for a very long time.
And as we go along with making those decisions, it is important that we have different voices at the table.
No, see, that's the thing. That's what you're there for, Ms. Gill. You're there to be that voice at the table. You should have had that voice at the table back in 2016.
I support Senator Rice's position with respect to diversity because we understand it is the African American community with the comorbidities that has had the most detrimental impact with respect to.
Yeah, no, see, here's the deal, Gil. You're not, what's the name? Okay, so the reason that they're taking out the $10 billion loan, in case you don't know, is because they need to keep paying the bureaucrats to keep doing whatever bullshit that they do. It's do nothing job, like six-figure do nothing jobs. Let's be 100% real about it. And when it comes to the whole CV thing, yeah, they're like, oh, it disproportionately affects African American communities, right? But deal is that due to the natural inherent crime within these spaces, as we've talked about it, that poison we've talked about multiple times on this channel, the what's the name? Of course you can, when you're sitting there adding like, oh, people died with CV, who died from CV. When you're sitting there doing those together and just slapping everybody with a CV, yeah, you can definitely make there's a case to be made that because there is so much more violent crime that takes place in urban sectors that, yeah, you have a lot more people that will die with CV, a very innocuous virus, by the way. I mean, all of these guys, I've actually been to Nia Gill's crib. Like, we've spoken. She's a very lovely lady, but that's the thing. We've been killed with kindness. New Jersey has been murdered with kindness. Let's keep going.
The pandemic. We need a Republican because the last time I heard they pay taxes, and some of my relatives, because you have to understand traditional black middle-class families, we have relatives who came from the South who are Lincoln Republicans. So this idea that when we go to the dinner table as people of color, it is only one party.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. You've sold yourself to the Democratic Party. Make absolutely no mistake. When it comes to Republicans in urban spaces, the Republican Party has completely abandoned urban spaces. Can we be very clear about this, Nia Gill? Urban New Jersey has been foregone. The only black Republicans in urban spaces are preachers and people who really aren't that inviting and aren't that friendly. It really is it's a paradigm that has been just completely used to destroy. And one of the things that she's talking about is like, oh yeah, well, Republicans are taxpayers. Yeah, that shit. She says Republicans are taxpayers. I mean, if we don't have taxpayers here, I mean, how are we going to keep wasting this money?
You have to understand not only that in the history, and yet as Democrats, we were not even allowed to debate the efficacy of having a diverse population on that table. 4 white men are going to go in the back of a room and cut a deal that does not even require in the bill.
4 powerful men. Okay? Because guess what? If Leroy Jones or Jamal Harley or Rysom's, guess what? Y'all come to the exact same conclusion no matter what. This self-righteousness is a little disgusting. I'm not even going to BS you guys. Oh, 4 white men. Racist. No, 4 powerful men. Hell, 2 powerful women and 4 powerful men. You can make 1 black dude, 1 alphabetical dude, 1 straight black dude, one straight Caucasian lady, 1 Puerto Rican woman. Guess what? You know what? Due to the fact that you're all owned and controlled by the same people, the outcome would have been the same, regardless.
That it is subject to the open public request. There is nothing in that bill that says these 4 or 5 people I know they have the budget chair over there, have to memorialize the basis upon which they make a decision to permit the governor to bond. Oh no, it looks innocuous. But that is where the control comes in and where the leverage will be. And in that...
How long have you been there? That's the thing. If you wanted to be in that room, you could have been in that room. All of this would have been avoided had you guys not sat there and pushed Murphy onto the New Jersey population. But you were a part of that, Nia Gill. You're a part of that establishment. You're a part of that machine. So for you to sit there with all this self-righteousness is real bullshit. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. 4 white men, no matter what, this outcome was going to be the outcome no matter who you tossed in there. Because what y'all end up doing, whatever it is your masters tell you to do, you're just butthurt because you didn't get a cut, you didn't get in on it. That's it.
That room, it will be 4 white men. We can't even include 1 white Republican man.
Well, shout out to bipartisanship, but the deal is that the skin color and what's between your legs don't matter. The only thing that matters is who you looking out for. What is your ultimate best interest? And guess what? No matter what's between your legs, no matter what your skin tone or melanin or lack thereof is, it's definitely not it's not the best interest of regular old New Jerseyans.
Although I would go with a white Republican woman, but no, that's just my thing.
Yeah, I go with a white Republican woman because I'm not just racist, I'm sexist. My God, this woman.
To make the decision over $10 billion and people are dying in the community and people will not even be able.
People die every day, B. Like, honestly, this entire situation is nonsense. The whole mass situation is nonsense. We've gone over this multiple times on the channel. 99% survival rate. There is no way that you can ask a man with a swinging twig and berries to be scared of something like that. But it's very easy to ask the feminine and the feminine-minded to get wrapped up in such a what's the name? In such a fervor. There we go.
To look into the room with the 4 or 5 people to see how they're making a decision. What is the transparency? How do you determine which bonds you will allow to come forward? What happens when you do the bonding? Do you have to tell the bond holders what the bonds are going to be used for?
I mean, it's all this stuff that should have been like cleared away and transparent generations ago. But, you know, you didn't really care until it came knocking you in the face there, Gil.
And peculiarly enough, the money goes into a COVID segregated, that's their word, not mine, segregated.
Yeah, really gotta dig it. See, it's like, yo, it's why it's so hard to take y'all seriously, because you always want to lean it back to the race thing. You always want to lean it back to what's between your legs. I could give less of a shit. You just sat, like, this guy from Massachusetts just came here, took out $10 billion that the likes of my sisters and my family is going to end up paying with, and they, guess what? They already pay too much in the property taxes, and everything in the state's going to get more expensive. But it's okay, because your types, you can just, hey, we'll hit up the taxpayers for more. We'll get ourselves raises. We'll sit here and keep making our six figures for doing basically nothing.
An account, and then they transferred into the general and into the tax relief. This is a moment here. This is a moment for people who are in their homes trying to figure out what are they doing in New Jersey to help me. I can't even get unemployment. People have been waiting since March. When the courts open up, they are going to evict people who have never been homeless before.
And all of this falls on y'all in this BS with the CV. All of it falls on y'all. Make no mistake. Like, this is on you for sitting here and going and throwing people in, for Murphy throwing people in the sick people in the nursing homes, which you know up the numbers, like shutting down businesses. Taryn, it's making it so people had to go on unemployment in the first place. I mean, it's disgraceful. It really is. For what? Something with a 99% survival rate. A bug that, honestly, like, I stand on this, that what took place in Wuhan, you know, what took place over there isn't this exact same strain that they test for over here. I promise you, because Corona in and of itself has been around for a while. But, you know, logic and reason isn't in the feminine mindset, and guess what? It's all feminine in Trenton right now. I mean, after the over machismoism of a Chris Christie, I guess they really went just far left away from everything that even makes New Jersey Jersey, because all they do now is just complain about their feelings, complain about the fact that they're not the ones screwing over that's it. like no offense, I believe Ms. Gill is genuine to an extent, but let's be real, these problems have persisted. These issues, even before the CV, were issues that everybody happily ignores. But what do I know? Anyways, guys, yeah, $10 billion. I think we're going to end it here. $10 billion. And it's going to be passed down for the next couple of generations. This is what you get. This is what you get when you allow some guy from Massachusetts to carpetbag his way into a governorship, purchase his seat, Like honestly, I don't even pay attention to Murphy that much anymore. Primarily because like yo, he's a puppet. Like whoever it is that told him to do what it is that they told that he does. Like yeah, you're not. There is no getting past that. Not at all. So when you're dealing with the program, sometimes like yo, it just has to play out the way it is. The GOP is doing lawsuits, so you know, I mean, fingers crossed, but a little too little too late. Why you send that Guadano lady out to get her ass whooped, huh? Like that's my question. Like y'all, it's not like you're much better. Y'all really knew that after the whole Christie thing, you kind of just like, yeah, we know we ain't got a shot this time, and you really sent that lady out to slaughter. When honestly, it was a perfect opportunity for you to sit there and actually stand tall for the state at least. But it is what it is. The red team is doing the blue team thing as well. It's bananas right now. It really is. So with that being said, we're gonna bring this one to an end. All the internet stuff. If you like to toss it, like, dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice. I'm gonna get videos like this every single day. Share it because sharing is caring. And YouTube and Bitchute like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here for very obvious reasons. Bang the bell for notifications and speak. Let me know. What do you guys think in the comments? Yeah, girl, nice, lovely lady, without question. But like I said before, these urban communities have been killed with kindness. Urban communities have been killed with this matriarchal poison that is just, it's all reaction, no proactivity, and it just leaves everybody screwed over in the end of the day. And those chickens are coming home to roost here in Jersey rather quickly. But you may disagree, and that's what I have a comment section for. Until the next one.